Keep going down. Good. Kick the left. Let us start out. Come on down. Keep coming down. Riser out. Hold it right there. Right there now. They beat the big leg. Hit the left. That's all. Now we got a big push line. There's 2 forward. TT. Break it. 2 forward, right? Okay, that's good.
Hi, my name is Sam Ma. I'm originally from Vietnam, Chinese from Vietnam, and right now I'm living in California, a city called Altadena. So I'm over here right now to visit my dad. He's pretty sick. He's 81. He's dying of cancer. So I'm back to my hunting ground where I used to work out. So physical culture. So good to see all my friends. I grew up in Vietnam, and I still remember in 1974 when the war was coming to an end, and when the people were moving from the north down to the south, and there was a lot of people carrying their life saving with them, and it was just the children, droves and droves of people. I still remember the helicopters flying over. I still suffer that because I see every time I see a helicopter fly by, I especially the Vietnam War, those helicopters that have the thumping sound. It's pretty traumatic. And I remember I used to run into the house and go under the bed because it's a memory of the war. If I ever hear those helicopters again. Well, when I was growing up in Vietnam, my father has magazines of Arnold, black and white. I still remember Arnold doing the side chest pose. It was like, wow, it's amazing. That chest looked like a pillow. I was like, damn. And I started, really interested in finding the way to work out, and I never had the opportunity to do that. So when we left Vietnam and went to England, when I was at high school at 16, I really want to find a gym, but then I couldn't find a gym because I was new. I couldn't speak really good English. So when I was at home, I was using bricks. I was working out with bricks and go, man. First I used one brick in one hand, and I tied the bricks together. I have 2 bricks, and I think I got up to 3 bricks or 4 bricks in each hand. It was just too big to hold. And then I met a friend at school. And he said, you know what, I know a gym in downtown. It's called Millsboro House, and they have a gym upstairs. So he took me down there one day, and man, I was hooked. I still remember the smell of rusted iron. It was intimidating, but it was like, I want to do it. I want to challenge this weight, So I started working out. I was really into it. I was getting stretch marks on my arms, on my lower back, on my thigh. It was like nothing can stop me. And then I kept going. At 17, I entered my first show. I think they have an age class back then. So I won my under 18 class. After just 1 year, I won that. Just without even dieting, I was cut. So anyway, from that on, we went from Redditch, where we used to live, a little town. We moved to Birmingham with a bigger gym. Work out with there's a gym called Muscle Work. Ron Davies used to own that gym, and actually that's where we met Dorian Yates. I don't know if you guys know Dorian Yates. He's a big in here, and that's where he started. From Birmingham, where I work out, where Muscle Work was. From there, my parents decided to move down to London because they want to be with more of their community, more of a mixed race kind of atmosphere. So that's how I ended up in Roehampton, and I was looking for a gym to work out. So I found a Gold's Gym in Leicester Square, back then it was a very small gym, like a dungeon, going down this narrow stairway, and it was, you know, it was a small gym, but it was a lot of intimidation. Big guys there, and I was, you know, the only guy, stranger, you know, from nowhere, and all these bodybuilders were training for shows and stuff. So I worked out there for a while, maybe 3 years, and then I found out, you know, it's too far to travel from Putney to Leicester Square, and I don't know how I find this gym, Physical Culture, but I kind of fell in love with just everything I need, you know. Chris has been a very good guy. He's very dedicated. He has, you know, all the weights and machines and that a bodybuilder needs, you know.
So what do you reckon, Sam?
I didn't know we have t-shirts now.
Huh?
Shit, you didn't have that before, did you? They used to be pink and green and stuff. I have
That's
a black
gonna be
one.
the one for you, right?
Yeah, I shrunk a lot
It's gonna go.
since I left.
Let's try it.
Don't touch me.
Look.
It will cost you $1.
You're looking big.
Wow. There you go. Since 1928, man. Oldest gym in the world. A lot of the photos that you see in the black and white is back in 1988 and 89. And in 92, I graduated in engineering, and then I decided to go to America, where my sister was already there in Los Angeles. So I left and I went to Los Angeles. I figured, you know, that'd be a good place for me. Just like all the bodybuilders in Europe want to go there and make it big. On Venice Beach, you know, be a movie star, and training Muscle Beach, you know. It was a lot of fun. You know. People were real nice. I did that kind of acting work for 2 years, and I even got my SAG card, you know. But then I found out, you know, it wasn't persistent, and I need to pay my bills. So I said, you know what, I need to find a job. That's when I got into my electrical company job for 15 years, and that's when I worked there, and I got married, with 2 daughters, a house, and a dog. So it's kind of like an American dream come true. I have a house and 2.5 kids. That's what they call it, 2.5 kids. What do I like from working out? Well, there's so much I can tell you. I got so much benefit from it, and that's if you're doing it natural, though. I mean, well, I tell you now, I won't be meeting as many interesting people as I would if I didn't work out. And be honestly, I won't be meeting the kind of girl I've been having, you know, if I don't work out, you know. And I definitely won't be as healthy as I've been. I'd probably be sick more often than like normal people would, you know. Like when I was working at an electrical company, I don't think I probably called in sick maybe 3 times in 15 years, you know, and I didn't really need to. And there's so much benefit from working out, you know. I honestly believe that bodybuilding is, if you do it naturally, it's the only, if you want to call it sports, it's the only thing that you can really exhume wherever you go. You can't really hide muscle. I mean, you know, people see it, and that's the reward you get from it, you know. People see it, they admire you, and you know, whereas if you compare to other sports, you don't really see it. You're not going to see a tennis player walking down the street, hey, he's a tennis player. You don't know until they play. You know, these gyms have changed a lot. This area here wasn't even here. Chris knocked this wall down, and this is all new here. All this in here is brand new. So, well, what I like about Physical Culture is that, first of all, it's not crowded. It's not one of those mainstream gym. I'm talking about back then in the 80s. And like I said, it has all the equipment I need to work out, to get big, but not the crowd. It's a great atmosphere. I met Sam Grant. He's the first guy that was here. I mean, this gym's been here since 1928. A lot of people have been through here. I don't know how Sam's been around here, but he's a funny ass guy. The famous Sam Grant, he used to say, build a body that men admire and women, no. Build a body that women admire and men would envy. That's what he said. And he always talks about the bodybuilder John Grimmett. He would go through the whole posing routine of John Grimmett. And you don't need any music back in the days. You would just listen to this guy. He entertained you all day. The whole time you're here. He's funny as hell, that guy. And like I said, He's gone now, but you know, greatly missed. So you know, it was a happy time back then. You know, I have everything. You know, and then in 2011, you know, and then that's when I got laid off, and right now I'm doing personal training. So, and then 4 weeks ago, I got a call from my sister saying that my dad is kind of dying from cancer, you know, advanced cancer. He lost a lot of weight, so I bought a ticket and I came overnight really, and then I was shocked to see how skinny he was. He lost a lot of weight, and at the same time I told Chris that I'm gonna be here, you know. So he said, yeah, come on down, and he brought me back to the gym. So here I am, you know, 23 years back to the where I began in London, and everybody's been real nice to me, real nice, very helpful.